live. Happy Friday. Let's see who's with us this evening. Hello. Hello, people in my phone. Hi, everybody. How are we this week? Hello, Sue. So a few of you joining in there. Hi, Helen, thank you. Had a rummage in the autumn bag today. Hello, hi Donna. Hi Yvette. Are you going to Frocktails, Yvette, tomorrow? I wish I could go. Hello, hi Kirsty. How are we all doing? Are we all good? Is it raining where you are? It's having a rain here at the moment. It's been a little bit up and down this week. But, I think it's going to be quite a wet weekend. Hi Emma, are you in Glasgow already? Lovely. Oh, you can't make it either. Oh good, can we be in the FOMO club together then? Oh, and you've got good weather in Lincoln. Oh good, well I'm glad somebody's got some nice sunshine. Oh, I miss you too. The tickets went so fast though, didn't they? They just flew out, so... You've dried washing today. That is an achievement, isn't it? We need to cut our grass, and it's just like waiting for a day where it's dry enough and the ground isn't soaking. Let's let a couple more people join in before we start looking at some lovely fabrics. I've got a nice stack here. I've had a bit of a week of it this week, to be honest. It's been a bit of a slog. I'll be glad to get to Sunday, put it that way. Oh, have some tea. I'll try and drink my tea quietly because I got one of those snarky comments on YouTube again about slurping my tea. So, you know, really nice of someone to leave a comment like that, in that tone, at like 6 o'clock on a Sunday evening when I'm just like eating a roast dinner. Like, it was like, thank you very much. So that was really kind. But people have really out-peopled themselves this week. But I have not come here to be negative. I have come here to show you some glorious fabrics. So, Deb, you're in work but can't watch live. But you're on the live, Deb. Which is it? Hello. Right, shall we get looking at these glorious fabrics? So, obviously we've done a lot on pre-order recently, haven't we? So I did want to get some little bits of stock in because it's nice to grace the shelves with some nice bits and pieces. And I'll be honest with you, I saw one of my fabric reps last week, and I'm not going to be seeing him until January now. So I thought, oh, let's order a few bits in, and yeah. Yeah, I'll keep slipping. I can't help it. So as I actually did reply to this person, you know, the mic is near my mouth, and yeah, it was probably worse just because I was full of cold last week. So yeah, what is it with people? But I need to work on being more resilient, shall we say. So anyway, back to fabric. So I've got a nice stack of goodies here. We've got a couple of Restocks, and yeah, just a nice little mixed bag really. So I will take you through them without further ado. I think I've got the dark brown cord back in stock as well, so I'll just grab that. So we actually needed some of this for slightly over-ordered. So I've got that lovely chestnut brown cord, and because I've got a little bit of this extra in stock, I'm considering maybe making something for myself out of it. I'm thinking about some trousers because I'm very short on sort of autumn winter trouser options at the moment, but I'm not sure on styles. I feel like I've lost my way a little bit with sort of pants. So I'm not really sure what I want to make. So I need to do a little bit of research into sort of different looks. And it's always I like individual styles, but then it's putting them with tops and shoes that I always find quite tricky. So, but I will leave this out because this just goes with so many things. So that's the jumbo cord in the chestnut, which is back in. And yeah, I've got a few other bits back in stock, but I'll show you those later on. So I'm going to start with a really beautiful cotton lawn. In fact, we've got 3 cotton lawns this evening. Now, I know that cotton lawn is a lightweight fabric, but I still think it's all year round wearable because, you know, we layer and it still falls and drapes and hangs beautifully. And if you're making blouses and shirts and things and shirt dresses, this is still absolutely an option even in the cooler months because you can layer it up with cardies and so on. This is a beautiful olive spot. They're kind of like little berries, and I think several years ago I had this print, but it was blue and we called it blueberry cotton lawn. So I've called this one olive branch. Oh, some comments popping out. You made a pair of Helen's Closet Tanya's in cord. I need to go and look at some options. Somebody had sent in a printing order the other day for about 4 or 5 different pairs of trousers. So I was looking them all up. Oh, Yanta's, I see. I was like, what's Tanya's? How many strawberry dacks have you had, Emma? Oh, yeah. So yeah, I was looking at all this person's trouser printing yesterday, like, nice. If that was you, thank you for the inspiration. So this is the olive branch cotton lawn. Anyway, beautiful drape, as you can see. Very nice small print. And we've got that lovely kind of khaki olivey shade on the green, and then a nice burgundy so on the little berries. So it's a very seasonally appropriate colourway. Now this coordinates unintentionally absolutely perfect with another fabric that I will show you, but I will be honest, it has pretty much sold out this afternoon. If you've seen this morning's email, you'll probably know which one. But there was some unintentional matchy-matchy, and so we'll come back to that. That's the olive branch. And then again in lawn, we have, hi Carol. Do you know what, Emma? I think that autocorrect is worse than ever. Like, recently, it's just been working against me and not with me. Even that my typing's getting really, really bad. But this is another paisley print, but we do love a paisley print, and it's on a black base. So I love a fabric with a black base. I think particularly in the winter, it's just so versatile and just lovely. Pajamas, anyone? It would be lovely for nightwear as well as blouses and frocks. I think it's just lovely. I was just thinking, actually, we've got a workshop in November. Lucy's coming to teach. Oh, what's the pattern? It's a closet core gown. Anyway, like a dressing gown in sort of lightweight woven, so this would be a beautiful option for that. Might have to make a sample up, but yeah, so cotton lawn, beautiful sort of blues and greens in this print. So I know blues have been very, very popular this year, and I feel like this just sort of tones in with the rest of this evening's theme. Hi Sue, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Oh, okay, and then finally in cotton lawn, this is a beaut. Let's have some tea. Try and drink it quietly. Finally in cotton lawn, we've got this lovely denim floral. So we've got this nice sort of blue, almost kind of a tie-dye effect on the background. If you can see where I'm holding that up, with a lovely sort of neutral kind of a beige floral print over the top. So I don't think that's too busy because there's not too many colours on the go. Hi, Nick. Nice to see you. So yeah, you can kind of get a feel for the scale against me there. I think that's beautiful. Definitely need a shirt dress in something at the moment. So that's the denim floral, and as always, these lawns are just beautifully soft and silky. It's just very, very pleasant to the touch. If that doesn't sound too weird, they're just incredibly strokeable and nice. And if you've been here a while, you know that I really like it. So let's move that out of the way. Have a little reorganise of bits and pieces here. Oops, it is. I don't feel quite as zhuzhy tonight. I need to find a little bit of energy somewhere. Okay, so I will show you this, but please don't shout at me. Somebody also left a comment the other week and said, why do you keep showing that when it's out of stock? And I'm like, I can't help it, it's sold out. But this is a Barbour fabric, or an ex-Barbour fabric, and I did tease this a little on my stories this week. It's a water resistant fabric, and we did try putting water on it and it beads off beautifully. I've got 2 meters of this left, so I think I had about 16 meters this morning. We may be able to get some more, so I'll have to have a look into that, but yeah, not much of this one left. But this is a beautiful khaki colour, and if I just show you this against the olive, and somebody has definitely spied that because somebody's ordered both of these together, so I hope and pray it's going to be a coat with a lining. It best have be. If you see those together, they were just made for each other, weren't they? Yeah, very nice. So yeah, that's an ex-Barbour one. I won't go on about it too much because, as I say, it is pretty much all sold out by now. But the face of it has a very soft feel. It's almost like got like a slightly sort of moleskin kind of a feel to it. Very, very touchable. I know a few years ago now it did have another Barbour dead stock, but this is not the same. It's different, and yeah, also nice for things like bag making. So there you go. We won't dwell on that for too long, but beautiful. I was tempted to keep some, and then I was like, don't. I can't afford to keep all the fabrics. As nice as that would be. Okay, so moving on, in terms of another new one to show you. You've still got your lot from last time. Yeah, I remembered you having some of that one. This is a really lovely viscose twill. Oh gosh, doesn't that look pretty? So you can see the scale of what's going on here. We've got quite a sort of vintage floral design on the go here on a very nice deep brown base. It is a deep brown as well. But yeah, lots of sort of soft pinks and like a kind of light olivey green coming through. It's very, very pretty. I think it's just sort of really hits the nail on the head for the sort of colours of this season. There's lots and lots of browns around. I think this would be, for me, if I was making something, I'd like to make a long skirt out of this. Maybe even, what do you call it? Luella would be really pretty. Nice sort of floaty skirt and boots. Yeah, come on, let's hold back Emma and get her to make the coat. But yeah, very pretty. Hi, Michelle, nice to see you. And yeah, just nice, isn't it? These brown tones, I never thought I would catch myself feeling that way about the colour brown, but here we are. Just goes to show, doesn't it? So that's a viscose twill, and viscose twill is always lovely, isn't it? It hangs beautifully, got that little bit of body to it over a regular sort of viscose challis with the twill weave. Okay, so, oh, actually no, I've just found another viscose. We've had this one before as well, but I couldn't resist getting it back because I just love the colour. This is the Sasha viscose. So this is not a twill, this is a regular chalet weave, so a very smooth weave. And you can see, as I'm moving that around there, you can really see how that just drapes and hangs. Would what work for pyjamas? The twill? Both of them would. Yeah, they'd be absolutely fine for pyjamas. Lightweight, definitely like lightweight, but it depends what you want really. But yeah, lovely. So we've got this very small, irregular spot design. It's kind of like a polka dot, but not. And it's on a very pretty, sort of deep, rich teal base. I think sometimes if I stand back, you might get a better idea of the colour. But as always, YouTube is better for colours. Yeah, yes, it would. So it is a lightweight woven fabric. So any sort of pattern that is for wovens, you could use it for that. Pretty sure I can hear shouting. Don't know where that's coming from. Right, okay, so where does that leave us? Let's have some tea. Have a tea break. Ooh. Right, so Restocks. Got some bits back in. I've got the nice polyester that I made my trousers out of. I noticed a few of you were on the back in stock list for this one, so I've got that one back in. So I've worn this a couple of times on live, so I feel that you've seen it, but I'm just going to show you it anyway. So that's a caramel stripe, and I think it's still in the new arrival section, so you should be able to find that quite easily. Oh gosh, it's heavy. That is a heavy roll. Oh. And then we have also back in stock, and this sold out so quickly the first time. It was definitely worth getting back in. This marine stripe shirting. So if you missed out on this the first time round, this is back. This is a cotton shirting, and it's just got a very beautiful, smooth finish to it. It's in this lovely blue with a white stripe. Each of those stripes is about 1/4 of an inch roughly, so that's ideal really, isn't it, for blouses and sort of oversized shirts and so on, which I think are like an all year round thing for me. I would certainly make them wear a blouse out of this now. Just a very, it's almost neutral, if you will, but yeah, lovely. That sold out so fast last time. I thought, no, we've got to get that back. So that one's back in stock. Pop that to one side. Good stripy number. Oh, and finally on the new is a bit of an interesting blend, this one. This is a cotton and cupro twill. So I think it's around 80% cotton, got 15% cupro and 5% elastane, which gives us quite a sturdy sort of twill weave fabric in a very sort of, it's like a sandy colour, like a bit like a trench coat. This is not water resistant, but it does have quite a bit of body to it, which it has that kind of a coatish feel to it. So it's a good sturdy weight. It would work as a bottom weight, but it is a little bit stiffer. So, you know, it's just one to think about there. I would say this would be lovely for jackets, in particular sort of like the chore type jackets, trench coats, anything like that, you know, that don't need to be waterproof, but you want that sort of nice crisp layer. It's got a lovely smooth inside as well. So there you go. That's just a little bit different. Feeling is believing with that one, I think. Oh, that also is heavy, unless I'm just getting weak. Okie doke. So what else have I got to tell you? The brush checks are back in stock. So if you missed out on these the first time round, the highly coveted pink and blue check, we do have some in. Hello. I'm still considering pinching some of that for myself. We have the turquoise and pink, and we have the teal and beige, which is very pretty. I think some of that went out today. And also the blue and the navy, like the slightly more festive one. So those 4 are all back with us, all beautifully snuggly and soft. I'll try not to make too much of a mess for tomorrow morning. So I think that kind of wraps up really what I've got in the last week that's new. And yeah, just a few little fresh treats for you. Everything that we spoke about on the mood board last week is out for pre-order. So we've got all of our, try and get my samples in a row, all of our baby cards, so all of the 21 whale, including this townhouse print, which you all seem to love. These are all available for pre-order now, and also we've got 6 of the cotton viscose twills, which are so drapey. You can see that they won't sit flat. So if there is anything that you would like to see, or you would like me to show you or suggest, please just pop it in the comments and I can grab it out for you. Or if you just want to ask any questions or you just want to have a chat, please do let me know. We've got social stitches tomorrow. I am busy working on a sample for, we're going to do a sweatshirt class before Christmas. And I think tomorrow I'm hoping to actually cut out, or at least start cutting out, my trench coat that I was going to make. So excited to start that, because I wanted to start it in the spring and I've not had time. So it would be good to finally get cut into that fabric that's been sat in the box for a while. Hopefully, we'll see how tomorrow goes. I better just end up doing the jumper. You're quiet this evening. Does that mean I get off early? Trying to even remember what we're having for tea. We might be having some ham. You can't find the pink check on the website. It should be there. I can't check because you're on my phone. I'll have a look in a little while though. But yeah, it should be there. It should be brushed cotton check. If you just search for that. But now you get me wondering, has it disappeared? In terms of update on the sweatshirt pre-orders as well, they are all ordered, so I'm hoping that they should be with us soon. I hope it doesn't take too long, but they're coming in from the Netherlands, so we'll have to wait for those to appear. I'm very excited for them to come. You can't see it either. Well, that means it must not be there. Bear with me one moment. Just go and get the laptop and have a look. The cotton viscose twill would be perfect for a Lyra dress. Absolutely perfect. I love it. I think it's such a nice blend. Brushed. Check. Let's see. Pink and blue. Active. Oh, it's only on the till. It's not on the website. What's all that about? Right. Let me change that. Is it going to let me? Manage. Let's make you, include you on all channels. Save. Give it a moment and it should be there. Let's see if the others are the same. So everything else should be there. So it must just be the pink and blue that's got a bit knocked off. So yeah, it should be there now. So have a little refresh in a minute and it should pop up. You're off to Frocktails. Lovely. You've got it now, have you? You usually use viscose twill and not used cotton viscose twill before. Yeah, no, it's nice. I think the best example, actually, just bear with me. Although not a twill weave, this is, do you remember the Crafty Pie fabric? This is just a remnant piece that we have left. This is a cotton viscose blend, and it's just really nice. I was very impressed with it when it came in, because it's just not a blend that I've been familiar with before, but it just has a very nice sort of feel and body to it. This remnant is still out there, I think, as well. Let me just check. Now I've got the computer, who knows what I can achieve. Just search for crazy pie, that's not right. Yeah, so there's 2 meters on this piece. And, oh, somebody's ordering, thank you. Yeah, I like it. Our Sharon has made a top in this one, and it looks really, really lovely. It's nice. It's got the drape, but it's also got the crispness, so it does. Oh yeah, and of course, Sue, you made a dress out of it, didn't you? Absolutely beautiful. So yeah, recommend. And essentially these are very similar, but with a twill weave. So they've got the little diagonal weave on them. So I think they're going to be gorgeous. I wish I could show you things and you could feel it. They need to come up with that technology, a bit like VR. That would be handy, wouldn't it? Right, have we got any more for any more? Or is that us for this evening? Or can I go on off and get my M&S ham hock? I think we got it out of the freezer this morning, so. Exciting times. I'm having a glass of wine tonight. I'm not even gonna pretend I'm not. After the day I've had with the guy that nearly broke the shop door, I'm just, I'm ready for it. Thank you to everybody that sent me a message after that story this morning, because I was shaking, because this guy, we have a bit of an issue with our shop door that everyone tries to push it when they come in. Now, it is actually standard for shop doors to be fit where they pull outwards, because the wind would forever blow them inwards. Oh, thank you, whoever was just popped an order in. So there's nothing wrong with my shop door, but people keep trying to push it inwards. So we try and leave it open as often as we can. And obviously that's a bit more inviting for people to just walk in, but sometimes it's cold and it's raining and whatever, so it gets shut. So this morning I hadn't actually fully opened up and it was closed. So this man came up and he's pushing the door. So if you pushed a closed door and it didn't open, you would think, I'm going to step back and like reassess. Thank you very much, Donna. And instead of doing that, he actually just started to shoulder barge the door. And I don't mean just once, like several times. And each time he was pushing it through to the wrong side. And I've got a great big black mark across my doormat where he's just scraped it in. So we got it open about sort of 30 centimeters and then like put a leg around it. And I was just like stood there going like, push, like pull, pull, pull. And he's like, and he just went, are you sure? And I said, no. You know what's coming, right? So when he got round and he climbed into the shop and I'm just stood there gobsmacked, like, and he said, do you do alterations? And I was just like, and I was like, no, I don't. But I'm not even going to be polite. I said, I think you've broke my door. And he was like, oh, right. Did I need to pull it? And it, like literally there's a sign like that saying pull. And he's like, do you want me to do it? And I said, no. I said, just get out. I was just like, get out before I throw you out. So he climbed back round the door and then I had to go and wrestle it back into position. But yeah, I was, I would like to say that that's the first time that something like that's happened. But, I mean, I don't know if either of the girls are on the live, but with both Julie and Sharon have had people doing that before as well. So it's not a one-off, which is quite disturbing, really. So I have commissioned a friend of mine to print an A3 sized pull sign for the door now, because obviously A4 isn't big enough. And yeah, these are the challenges. But I was shaking afterwards. So yeah, I was like, because when I moved into the shop, the door was broken. It's got like a closing mechanism in the top where it wouldn't close gently, so it kept sort of slamming shut. And I had that fixed last year, and it cost £350 just to fix the door. And it's like, now I'm just watching them break it again just because they're repeatedly shoving it the wrong way. And it's just the most bonkers thing. So there you go. That's retail life for you. That's my rant for the evening. So that's why I'm going to go home and have a glass of wine, and I'm going to make it a big one. Cheers, everyone. So thank you for joining me. And yeah, I will see you next week. Thank you, Nick. I'm not sure what we'll be talking about next week, but we'll wait and see when we get there. And yeah, I'm hoping to get a good bit of sewing done tomorrow, and that should hopefully help to relax me. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thank you for your ongoing support. Yep, very much appreciated, and I will catch you next week. Take care, happy sewing, and bye-bye. Bye.